A place your child spends a lot of time every week could be getting written up for violations that might impact their health.
Now, you asked us to keep looking into school cafeteria inspections, so Natalie Tendall digs back into those records in tonight's 2 News investigation. Natalie?
Well, we looked at even more schools and found even more violations, from moldy buns to pest droppings. Health inspectors have been busy making sure area school cafeterias are safe for kids. Behind the trays and the students, there's a kitchen full of rules and regulations to keep items clean and kids safe.
But yeah, items are required to be stored at least 6 inches off the floor.
Staff at Dennis Elementary in Springboro work hard to follow every one of those rules. It shows on their latest health inspection. It was spotless.
But, we store our chemicals separately from all food items, so our chemicals are all stored back here.
2 News Investigates went through dozens of inspection records for schools in the Miami Valley and uncovered not everyone has a clean report. From burnt-out light bulbs to dirty seals on warming units, schools can get dinged on a lot by health inspectors. But what we wanted to know more about are the critical violations. Those are the issues that could make your kids sick.
So that they understand and process why they need to make the change. Why do they need to heat the food to a certain temperature? It's not just because that's what a rule says, it's because that's what science tells us will make that food safer to eat.
We found Fairborn Primary was written up for having a can of pesticides in the kitchen. I called the school about it. The nutrition supervisor there tells me she has since talked with their staff about keeping chemicals away from food areas. Baker Middle School in Fairborn was written up for not keeping their food at the proper temperature. The day inspectors were there, string cheese was being held at the wrong temperature. It was off 16 degrees. Health inspectors had the school corrected on the spot. The experts I spoke with say that's a common violation, but it also can be one of the most serious.
If you're not cooking to the proper temperature, you can make someone sick. They can get a foodborne illness.
What some might consider the most disgusting violation was found at both Fairborn Primary and High School. We're talking about pest droppings, a problem inspectors say could indicate a bigger issue. The supervisor of those cafeterias tells me each location has since been treated. We also found a few different schools were written up for not labeling items like laundry detergents and chemicals. Public health experts say that can be a disaster waiting to happen.
Back probably about 15 years ago, a school was not properly labeling certain food items. They mistook fryer cleaner for powdered sugar and put that on everybody's French toast and actually made the kids sick.
Health inspectors say these public reports are a snapshot glance at the facility. They say to get a complete look at how a school is doing long term, it's important to review the past few inspections. Because even some of the cleanest cafeterias get violations sometimes.
It could be just that day that violation occurred, but I have to note it. The other 364 days, they might have just been great, so it's kind of a trade-off. So you really have to look at what the violation was.
Now, school cafeteria inspection reports are all public records, so you have the right to see them. And we've made it easy for you to do that by building a searchable database. Go to our website at WDTN.com and look for this story under the Investigations tab. You can then find your school and see the past 2 inspections they've had. Natalie Tendall, 2 News, investigates.
All right, Natalie, thank you very much.
Yeah, and if you have a story that you would like Natalie to look into, send her an email at 2newsinvestigates@WDTN.com.